Hi, Anomalies.
Hello, wonderful black women.
Welcome to episode 51.
Ooh, is it 51?
Yes, indeedy. Yes,
Ooh,
indeedy. 51 episodes. Tasha, can you believe we on episode 51?
no. No,
And
not at
have
all.
that much content material
We started
into
in June
be at 51.
2020 during COVID.
Yes.
Now here we are,
yes.
episode 51.
Wow.
What
That's
you been
pretty
doing,
dope,
Tasha?
though.
What you been doing, Tasha May?
Yeah. You know, I've just been growing.
Growing.
Yes, I've just been growing professionally, personally, um, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Just divine growth. I'm good.
Amen.
What
Tanya
have
Bell.
you been doing, Tanya?
Yeah, Tanya Bell. What's been going on?
Trying to reinvent myself and try to get in some good health. Working a lot with the grandbabies and their moms, trying to get them on point because I really want to leave Maryland, but I don't think they're ready for me to leave yet. So that's where I'm at, trying to get them together.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta make sure the kids good.
Do you know where you want to go? Where are you headed?
I want to go to Dallas so I can live near the stadium, so I can just roll out my door and go watch the game anytime I feel like. Because I'm gonna go ahead and buy them
I know that's
tickets.
right.
I'm not playing. Just get up and go. What? Would you going to the game?
Come on, Dr. Johnson. Come on here.
I know that's right. Dr. Tanya Dallas
I'm ready to
Cowboy
check it out.
Johnson. She ain't playing with y'all.
No, she is not. Come on down. I think we can make room for one more. It's
I
tight,
appreciate you.
but-
I appreciate you.
but I think we can make room for one more. I love it. What have you been up to, Miss Bina?
Just dibbling and dabbling. Dibbling and dabbling. I had posted that I'm trying to grow as a person, to not be all the way self-reliant, to let other people help me, because we as women are naturally trying to be strong and do everything ourselves and not rely on other people.
Right.
And as you mature and grow, you learn that you are not an island, and you have to let other people help you. And being vulnerable and letting people help you is not a weakness, it's actually a strength. So that's what I've been doing. And I'm on a 21-day word fast, so I cannot say anything negative.
Okay. What happens if you do?
I have to just redirect myself.
Okay.
So
is it in public you can't say anything negative, or you can't say anything negative at all?
Period.
Okay.
So what I've been doing for the last month and a half is, last month I was waking up at 5 a.m. to pray, and then at 5:50 I was doing a group prayer thing or whatever. So I've been just trying to get closer to God and my spirituality, because y'all know my degree is in spirituality anyway. So I'm just trying to get myself together, period. Like I'm just focusing on me and my relationship with God. So that's what I've been doing, and then trying to finish this thesis so I can start on my dissertation, because I'm tired of school and I want it to be over. I want it to be over.
Oh my goodness. Sounds like fun.
And my stupid professor wanted this thesis in MLA.
That sound negative. Soror.
Oh, my bad. Let me redirect myself. My wonderful
You can say challenging.
My challenging.
Yeah, you have to say
once my thesis in MLA format.
Oh, okay.
And you want it in APA?
That's what I'm used to.
Ain't that annoying? Well, I think that you are completely up for the challenge, and I think that you will be just as successful as if you were doing it in APA.
Yeah, I mean, I know I got it, but MLA is just very challenging because you have to do all those in-text citations.
Yeah. I feel you.
But other than that, I'm good, and we can move forward with whatever we're talking about today. Okay. Who's going first? I'll go first.
Can I talk about football first?
Oh, God.
I'm going first.
Fubu.
No, you go eat. You go eat.
Did you say Fubu?
She said football.
Oh.
Fubu. For us, by us. What we talking about?
Because, you know, it's as important to us as it is to those other people that have other genes. However, they do have some areas. Yes, they do have some supporting groups or some other ladies that support the sport. So one of the ones I would like to talk about is this fangirl. This is celebrating female football fans. Yeah, I know I don't like the word female, but this is what they chose. Yeah, I cannot stand that.
I think that's the site that is that the site that has the breakdown of how football works, the rules and regulations.
It can be because they think we don't know.
I think I was using that site to help someone understand the game. Her son was playing football and she wasn't really well versed.
This site is dedicated to celebrating female football fans and repainting the skewed media representation of women who love the beautiful sport of football. So if you all have the time, if y'all have the time to go to their site to support it, to join it, they have several areas. They even have jobs listed for us who like football. So They said the percentage of football fans that are female. So according to April 2023 by gender, males are 51%. The casual fan for male is 30%. Female 24%, and the casual fan is 35%. So, you know, once we start talking about football, the other football, of course, is the first football, which is soccer.
Right.
That's a whole different ball game. Because I play with the oblong ball that look like an eye, not look like a circle. No.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
But y'all nieces did play soccer, okay? So we had to keep them busy. Women and girls made up 46% of the NFL fan base, ages starting at 8 years old. In the United States, amounting to 84 million female fans in 2021. According to the data from last year's SSRS, that's a sports poll, the female balance is similar among the next generation of fans, with 45% of the NFL fan base under age and 35 and older. This is just great because they always want to play us like we just. I used to say I was a fan for Dallas Cowboys in 1979, right? In 1979, Renee and I, my aunt, we watched this movie about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, right? So in my mind, I said, because they didn't have any black ones at that time. So in my mind, I said that I was going to become a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I was going to be the first black one. Of course, that didn't happen because I live in Alabama. I don't live in Texas. But I started watching the game, right? So they had plenty of black men playing at that time. Dorsett, I mean, all these men. My favorite player, though, however, is a Vietnam vet that was playing for the Dallas Cowboys, went to Vietnam, came back from Vietnam, came back to play for the Cowboys. and got a couple Super Bowls. So that's my favorite player, number 12. But it's just very
number 12
attractive. You don't know who it is? Roger Dodger.
Who?
Roger Dodger.
Roger
Dodger.
Okay.
Yep, that's what we know that.
We not Dallas
fans.
Don't be hating. Let me break it down for you. Let me tell you. Roger Dodger is my boo thing.
Okay.
You don't never see him.
Anomalous is my boo thing. Anyway, let's move forward.
That was my jersey day
right.
Friday.
Yeah, his name is Roger Starbuck.
Oh.
And he was our quarterback. Let me see. And he was awesome, guys. His career in 1980, but he started in the 60s. So he played for 20 years. And he was a Navy midshipman football player. So y'all know this is my player. He's Navy, he's a Vietnam vet, and he was the quarterback. So that's, I just want to give you guys a little bit of information because the season starts today. The Steelers are playing today. The Cowboys are playing today. And this is definitely something that we're going to be interested in the rest of the season. I mean, I bought the channel so I can listen to it because I'd be nervous. I can't watch it.
I don't exactly know that the Steelers are actually playing today based on the score.
Oh, God.
Because it's 20-0.
So they just playing.
Okay. It's 20-0 with 6 minutes and 53 seconds left in the second quarter.
Oh my gosh.
San Francisco killing that ass.
I think they're gonna get rid of y'all coach.
I'm not getting the fuck up out of there.
Need to go. Yeah. It's not working. Yes. He gotta go. Sorry.
They said they didn't renew his contract this year, but he's not due to have a renewal until next year. And they talking about they're confident they're not.
So y'all got another year with him?
Bruh. I have been requesting a new coach for a long time.
Y'all are too faithful too.
I've been requesting.
They
look decent in freaking preseason, but I mean, yet they were playing a lot of second and third strings. So,
they wasn't playing the real 49ers. They playing the real 49ers today.
So,
Jesus.
I don't see nothing.
I don't want to talk about this no more. This is making my head hurt.
I know, right? They don't understand. I'm telling y'all, let me tell y'all one more thing. So I was going to therapy, right? Mm-hmm. And I had to go see this little foreigner lady. They don't work well with me. I don't work well with them. Anyway, so I tell her about the Cowboys. I say they lost, and I'm not in the mood to talk to you. She said, it's just a game. I said, did this heifer say it's just a game? I need to change my therapist, and I did. Don't play with me. Because when the Cowboys don't win, I am not eating. I'm not sleeping. I'm upset. Because I got to go to work. Because my whole area is Cowboys. So I'm ready. Come for me if you want to. It's going to be on and popping. But don't tell women that it's nothing. It's just a game. We love the game too.
All right.
Thank you for listening.
Not thank you for listening.
She did that. She did that. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
How's she gonna tell us that?
That's funny.
So what are you guys gonna get a chance to catch a game? See, that's the hard part, because our teams are not where we live. So we gotta try to catch the game. If they come down
this year, when me and Tasha went to Canada, we passed through Pittsburgh, and we got to go to the Steelers store. The Steelers store that had all of this Steelers stuff, and we was like,
they had all kind of Steelers crap in there.
Oh my God! I know you guys are so excited.
We were.
Man, what? I ain't never seen that much Steelers stuff in my life.
In my life.
We came out of there.
I went to Cowboys. Yeah. Those things, I mean, I'd be like, I was like, like,
that's why I got all that. That's why I got all that Steelers stuff now. That blanket, that mug, the cup, the
towel, hat.
The hat, the towel.
You got a whole bunch
of stuff. With a hat. What else we got, Tasha?
Chocolate. the things that go in the window that look dice.
Oh yeah. I forgot about my dice.
I need to see that. I need y'all to put up a shut up. Need y'all to put up a shut up.
Don't do that. We ain't do that. We don't do you like them when you was talking about them spanking ass cowboys.
No, right. I'm trying to show me y'all stuff. The stuff that you got. No, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, you were saying put up. Oh no. That stuff everywhere.
Yeah. I know. I want to talk about we were talking a little earlier before, you know, how the thing wasn't working this a little while ago. We were talking about religion. And I said, that is exactly what I want to talk about. And she was saying that Sora was saying, and my sister was saying that there's not a lot of people going in our generation going to church no more. They are not. I'm telling y'all, I've been to every church in Dundalk. It was 4 people in there.
Going to church for what?
They just, that's what we're saying. They're not going anymore.
Yeah, it's no, I don't, as a person, getting a degree in something that's got something to do with spirituality. A person has no reason to go to church. Yeah, I want to know why I say that. No, okay.
You can tell us. I don't need a reason. I mean, because I'm the one said what I said.
What you say?
They're not going. No one's going to church. I can go to church.
They're not going.
There's no reason to go to church because God is within you. You know whatever it is that you need to do. You don't need a preacher standing up in front of you telling you what you need to do, what you're supposed to do.
I don't need religion if I have my own relationship.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. God is within you. You got your own relationship. And people get mad at me when I say that, like, y'all know how I feel about Jesus Christ. If he existed or if he didn't exist, people got their own. Y'all believe whatever y'all want to believe about that, but I don't need to do anything in the name of Jesus Christ because I have a personal relationship with God. Why do I need a mediator to come between my relationship with God? I don't need a mediator because God wants a personal relationship with me the same way I want a personal relationship with God.
They said God was jealous.
And I don't even believe that. I don't even believe that the stuff that they say about God being jealous and the wrath and all that other kind of stuff. I believe that God is like any other parent. And they just want to nurture you and love you and have a relationship with you and lead you and direct you in the right way. That's what I think about the higher power, the spiritual being, the God mind. And you don't need to go to church for that.
So you mean to tell me you don't believe that God is coming like a thief in the night?
I don't believe all that scary shit that they be telling folks. I don't believe I don't believe that you need to scare people for them to do what they supposed to do. Either you gonna have morals or you not. Like you not gonna scare. If scaring people to do right work, there wouldn't be no people out here killing folks. There wouldn't be people out here raping folks. There wouldn't be people out here stealing, killing.
But that is what we get doctored into.
Right.
Into our elders. They beat them into submission. That is what this whole, like, we gonna beat y'all and then feed y'all with what somebody wrote.
Exactly. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Though.
Like, I'm talking about Christianity and slavery. So that's the part I want to touch base on. I am loving this commentary. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't believe in the whole wrath of God. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe that God is like, do what the fuck I say. I'm a jack your ass up. Like, I don't believe none of that. Like, I don't believe that God is like that. And that is just my personal feelings. I just don't believe that. I believe that King James put in the Bible what he wanted to put in there, because King James wrote, before he made his version of the Bible, he wrote about death and the devil and sin and all that other kind of stuff. He wrote a book about that. So, like, why would a person wrote about the devil and death and sin and all that other kind of stuff. He wrote a book about that prior to writing his version of the Bible. So he basically took stuff that he wrote out of his death and sin and devil book and put it in the Bible and told y'all that this shit right here, nigga, this shit right here is real. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, God's gonna bring the wrath down. I don't know. People gonna believe what they gonna believe. Nothing that I say is gonna change folks' mind because that's what they believe. But I don't believe it. I have no reason to go to church. I don't need nobody standing in front of me trying to make me feel bad for the way I live my life. I'm gonna live my life the way I want to, regardless. Because people go to church every day. They just left the club and they go to church. They go to church with their club clothes on. So people gonna live their life the way they want to. They go all week long. They doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Then they go to church on Sunday and praise God. So I don't have time for that. And the pastor be the worst person in the church. So I ain't got time for that.
I think that we have.
Okay. Go ahead, sis.
I was just gonna say, I think that we have entered into a space where this generation has thought past what was taught to us as kids. This generation has entered into a different level of their spirituality and are more accepting and interested in connecting with our inner God versus an external God, in that we need someone to guide us on behalf of God. And that is not necessarily where I think a God would want his disciples to lead us in the way that these religions have come up with all of these rules that are basically someone's ideal, right? Mm-hmm. Not necessarily a humane ideal for everyone. Like, it's not general, right? So right. For me, it's like I too have a problem with all of what people try and pull from the Bible as relevant in 2023, especially when it comes to the dress standards and the responsibility standards and roles in certain areas, that there can't be this and they can't be that. It's a lot that's in the Bible that even when, like, if I tell Tanya something today and Tanya regurgitates that back to Bina the next day, and then I ask Bina, what was it that Tanya said on whatever given day? There's no way that it's going to come back to me exactly the same, no matter what. So you can't tell me that, oh, this was written from a dream and it's accurate. And then how do you know your interpretation is in line with what you're saying God said and what he meant by it? Like, it's a whole lot to really, piece through. And for me, I'm just over it. I feel like you said, so the church is within us because we have the God in us, right? Mm-hmm. And the God in us sees the good. We're inherently good, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't need the good good 10 commandments to tell me what's good and what's bad, because I'm inherently good. So I'm going to do what's best for my fellow mankind next to me. Like, that's, to me, I don't need direction for that. But if you think about the separation that happens or happens, and I think this might be a reason why we're collectively going, toward a more giving. I think we're more accepting and giving at this point right now. But I think as you look at us, and then look how much more accepting our kids are when things happen or they encounter differences, something different from the norm. It's going in a direction where it's like, okay, I don't need anyone to tell me what's good and bad. I feel that in my heart. And if I don't feel like this is a good thing, then this is not how I'm moving.
Mm-hmm.
So at the 11 o'clock hour, someone said that is the most, that is the hour where the people are most separated, because we have a church on every corner, right? So if you want to collectively move or change an atmosphere, you want those energies to be together, all on one accord, in one space, or at the same time, on one accord, on one spiritual frequency, right? Mm-hmm. So that can't happen if everybody got a different pastor on a different corner. Although y'all saying y'all doing the same thing, why can't we do it together at the same time? And I think that is where a difference will be made, right? When we let go of all these little rules and intricacies of this religion and that religion, and start thinking about the spiritual atmosphere that we're trying to build.
I think that's what non-denominational churches were trying to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that was their purpose, but they're still, depends on who started a non-denominational church, where they lean towards.
Right, because you can feel the different influences from different denominations.
So my piece of it is that my grandmother, Mama Deal, raised us in church. We was on revival, we was BTU, we was the summer program they had. We was always in church. So my brain was like, okay, is this just to scare me? Because a lot of the stories, because I'm saying that they're stories, and then my question was, at a very young age, who wrote the story? Because Jesus didn't write it, God didn't write it. Who wrote this? So this is somebody else's interpretation of what you said he said. How I know that's true. So I was like that at a very young age, but I kept going to church because that's what Madea said. So I raised my girls in church. And if the church is doing what the church is supposed to do, it's involved in the community. If I'm in that community, this church should be heavily involved in activities so the girls can do it. Bina gone to church with me a couple times. So the babies they played sports there. They was cheerleaders there. They was in the choir. They did. So I can keep them, busy in their mind at ease. But that same pastor was cheating on his wife. That same pastor was cheating on his wife and had an extra damn baby. And I had to call my dad and say, I don't think I can go back. Because I'm trying to teach my children to do the right thing. And now they know you done had a whole baby. I don't think they know.
And I used to like that church too.
Yes. I was, girl, you know it. We had cookouts, they had trips. They did not play about that community. But like you said, the bearer of bad news or the bearer of the word was doing bad things. So I could not keep going. It hurt me. It hurt the girls. The girls was confused. But I could not. Because if I'm trying to, like you saying, I need to give them a lesson. I need them to learn about, like y'all saying, good things. Not necessarily what the Bible say, because I don't know who wrote that. And when the letters was in red, they said Jesus said it. But I don't know how true that is. You understand what I'm saying? So right here, and what they was writing on? Tablets. Because they ain't have no paper.
And how long ago did whatever occurred in your dream, did you finally write it down on paper? And how accurate was your memory? Like these are the things that we question. Yes.
Because the stuff was supposed to be written
it's a lot.
Many years after Jesus passed.
Right.
So, like,
yeah. How I know Jesus wrote that? Jesus had no paper.
And how you remember
what
that?
What are y'all talking
how
about?
You remember that word for word?
Right.
And then
come on now.
The different
like what's the movie that
the different dudes, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, or whatever their names are. Their books are different. What Jesus said when he was on the cross. What they say he said when he was on the cross is not the same.
Those are all accounts from each other's account. It's like somebody did one and then they wrote on the other ones, added to it. The only one that's different is John.
But if y'all was standing there together.
John the Baptist. John the Baptist?
No.
Are y'all face frozen?
No.
Oh. Okay. What you were saying, sis? Because I was like...
Is it John or is it Luke? I have to go back and look at it. One of them is slightly different. It's not the same as everybody else's account.
I think being a little, but can I just ease this part in that really irritates my soul is that the various interpretations of Christianity we also use to justify slavery. So my thing was just to make me angry, and it made me extra angry when I saw Roots. Is that how they use slavery to control them? And then they tell them after they die, they're going to go to live in glory and they're going to have a wonderful... Damn it, they dead. And you kill them. But you got them living each day based off your religion, because that was not their religion. For example, some people believe... Oh, baby. For example, some people believe that slavery was a punishment that was reserved for sinners. Some other Christians... organizations were also slaveholders. So where's that at? That don't make no sense to me. I got a problem with it. Quakers is particular were early leaders in abolition, to be an abolitionist, right? So the Quakers did not believe in slavery, so they worked and fought against slavery. Now, not Christianity, to argue progressively against slavery. Abolitionists had to find ways to use the Bible and Christianity traditions along with American patriotic and domestic ideas to make their case. So they still use the slavery. Africans didn't know nothing about no Christianity and nothing else, but you use that to control people. And they do the same thing now. The people that they can control, because now people have vast minds, vast ideas, vast lives. You can't just use slavery up here and control them like a puppet. It doesn't work that way anymore. I think that's what they're mad about, and I think that's why people don't go to church anymore.
I think, to bring it to us anomalous Black women, I think that it has definitely been a tactic to control women specifically.
Yeah, you're right.
And why that hand went up like that?
Because I got something to say when y'all say stuff, but y'all know how my brain works. I be wanting to jump in there and say stuff. I'm trying to hold it.
Go ahead.
No. Okay. So Christianity is used to control women. Like,
I agree.
Let's go with birth control. So birth control, the little white line is there because of Christianity and patriarchy. So you don't have to have, so that when you own birth control, that little white line is there because men wanted women to have a cycle. Like, that is the compromise, because they didn't want birth control at all. So that little white line, that little week where you have that breakout, and it ain't even an actual period, it's breakout bleeding because
the hormone is stopping.
Yeah, because the hormone has stopped. It's breakout bleeding. But if you skip that week, you will not have a period.
Right.
Baby, I take birth control. I don't need it, but I take birth control because I don't want to have a cycle, because they won't take my uterus that I'm trying to give away. And I just skip that white line and go to the next box, and you won't have a cycle. So
that was the fix.
That white line is the compromise that the pharmaceuticals had to make with white Christianity and patriarchy, so that women can have birth control. Now, why the fuck do you care about me having a cycle if I don't want to have one and if I don't want to have children? That's the whole thing that's going on with abortions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Christianity, they use Christian, and it's supposed to be a separation of church and state.
Look, in my mind, like yesterday morning, I'm getting dressed for work and I'm listening to the impeachment trial of the Attorney General here in Texas. And, they opened the trial hearing with prayer.
Oh my God.
And in the name of Jesus Christ. Like, it was like, I'm like, is this what we doing?
They already got places that it is in Texas that they have to say prayer in the schools now. That's Texas.
I don't have nobody in school. I didn't know nothing about that.
Yes.
I had to look that one up. But to me, that was like, really? Is this really what we're doing now?
And the other thing I wanted to say about what Tanya had when Tanya was talking is that they make first of all, Africans did know about Christianity. The oldest Bible was found in Ethiopia. That's what I wanted to say. And the second thing I wanted to say is that what pisses me off about us now is that we still buy into how white people have made it that our ancestors' religion or whatever they called it is evil.
The voodoo.
Oh, voodoo and the Orisha and all that other type of stuff, like sage, and I'll see people say, you know what I'm saying, and don't, that sage and all that stuff is evil, and it's a whatever they be saying.
What?
Yes.
I ain't heard that. Now that's a bit much.
You ain't heard that?
When they use holistic things first.
No,
man. They use it first.
If they'll say if you do all of those types of things, that is evil, and all of these types of things that is natural to African, to our people, to that continent, to things that aren't Christian or whatever, that is evil. And that's because it's been put into our heads, that's not, that voodoo is evil. So anyway, that's what I want to say. The next thing I want to talk about is white women on TikTok.
Oh, Jesus.
We gonna talk about this, ma'am. We gonna talk about this.
Let me Google these hoes.
I want to talk about
input because I don't really be on TikTok like that.
Okay, but you gonna have some input when I say what I got to say. I want to talk about how white women on TikTok live to gaslight black women. I got called racist and transphobic within a 24-hour period on TikTok. So the first thing happened. It's a lady on TikTok, a white lady on TikTok that has a satire account. So she be making videos. A comedy is satire. She make it seem like it's real, but it ain't. Anyway, she made a video saying that she's vegan, but she eats eggs every morning, and that chicken is not real meat, it's poultry. And she was saying stupid stuff, and I had made a video reacting to what she was saying, and I was like, what? Making faces or whatever. So a white lady gets under my post and says, this is satire. I was like, I'm aware, but thank you. And she was like, well, why? She was like, well, why are you reacting to it like you don't know? I was like, the same reason why the lady made the video. The fuck? Get from under my, I said, why the fuck you under my post? Like, you ain't gotta be here. And so she was like, but your account isn't satire, but okay. So I replied to that with a video, and I was like, this is my fucking account. You don't tell me what the fuck to do on here. Da 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 da. So she must have so she deleted that comment off of that post. and she must have went on my profile and looked through my videos. And she came back and she was like, I do handle my stuff on my profile. At least I'm not transphobic. I was like, transphobic? What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, kick rocks, hoe. And she ain't say nothing else. And
you disagree with what?
Because I disagree with the trans women when they were saying that we were jealous. Natural women were jealous of them. You don't remember that big controversy when, okay, because I did when I did this by myself, when I did the recording by myself, I talked about that.
Okay.
Anyway, trans women, it was this big controversy because trans women were saying that natural born women were jealous of them and all this kind of stuff, and it was a big controversy. So I made a TikTok about it, and so I guess she was saying that I'm transphobic. Anyway, so then I had made a TikTok about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because they was arguing back and forth, and I was like, oh, like making faces. So this white woman gets on my post and was like, this lady is racist because every time she reacts to white people, she makes a stank face, but when she reacts to black people, she always smiles and laughs. Like, are you talking about me? Are you, man? Are you talking about me? Like,
oh goodness! Tell her.
But another white woman came up under there and was like, if you don't make a stank face at these entitled ass white women, then it must be something wrong with you. And I was like, right? Because why would I? What reason do I have to smile at this? Like, I don't understand what she is saying. And you can go on my TikTok and see that all of these other white people that I have a good time with. So, like, I'm confused. What is you talking about?
She wanted to be relevant for 2 seconds.
This lady is racist because, girl, shut the fuck up.
She's getting her arguments together.
My whole point is that white women look up on TikTok and gaslight black women for no reason. Like, you could have just went on about your fucking business, and I ain't on TikTok like that. Like, I go for days and not go on TikTok, and then I go on TikTok and then, make a couple videos and then go on by my business, and I'll be gone for days. So I ain't even on that much. So imagine how much they gaslight the women that are on there all the time. That they, they are influencers, and they do that a lot. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even imagine how much they gaslight them.
But they also making money from us too. How white women on Instagram are profiting off black women. And this was in 2018. So black Instagram influencers call out black fishing white women for racial appropriation. And that's probably, because Kardashians think they black. White women and their reinvention of black women on Instagram. So they the one with the problem. We ain't got the problem. And apparently they're making some coins off of making us their problem.
Yeah.
Black women. This is ridiculous. They sell white. I cannot. When you said it, I had started looking it up. But I mean, it's not going to shut you up. It's not going to shut us up.
It's
what she's going to do is take what we.
But I'm just saying, right. Like,
they get on my nerve.
White women.
We always got to take stuff down. Shut up.
Are the bane of my existence.
Of our existence.
Now,
is that what you was going to say? Because I was in it.
But I'm just saying, they are the crutch. Because they want to be juxtaposed to white men and their supposed power. And
that's right. So if you kept it from them all that time and now they're able to have it, they're going to do whatever they need to do to get it.
White women will forever vote against their interests. Oh, and let me tell y'all what I learned. I learned that the reason why we don't have universal health care is... did I tell y'all this already?
No,
go for it.
The reason why we don't have universal health care, roll it back, Jim. So back in the day, like in the 1800s, they tried to do universal health care, and they said no, because if we don't give the black people universal health care, they'll die off. But bitch, we still here.
We still here.
Wow.
Strong as ever. In fact, we multiplied. Fuck y'all.
Exactly. So
But they killing us when they have like babies, but they not treating us
so
fairly in those hospital rooms.
some years later they came back and tried to do it again, and they said no because something had to do with black people again on welfare or something like that. Anyway, they wouldn't do it again because of us. So like I said, they will vote against their own fucking interests trying to spite us. Like, that shit is stupid. We ain't going nowhere, bitch.
Yes, that's why. How you think Orange Face got in the office? He said he grabbed a little bit of pussy. He said he is racist. And them women, and he's sexist. And those women still voted for him. I did not, girl. That part. Self-interest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Gosh.
Some information has been put out today on this podcast.
I feel like, man, yeah, we unpacked a whole lot, and we could probably go for hours more on just all of what we've talked about alone.
Right. But let's go on. Bring it in, ladies. Let's bring it in.
So we could do a real quick recap of the podcast. So we hit on a little bit of the NFL female woman fan base. The Steelers has the largest woman female woman fan base. And then we talked a little bit about religion and our current generation. And those
go to church.
Yeah, we're not really in there like that. Then we kind of went into where the religion, I guess the cost of us in religion, and how religion has kept women bound.
Right.
And then we brought it back around to, where did we end up just now? Both of y'all like,
we brought it back around.
We talked about slavery in religion too.
Okay.
Oh, because we brought it back around. And then I talked about why we don't have universal health care.
There we go.
White people will. Oh, I talked about why black men and white women are making existence because this, and then I talked about why we don't have universal health care. Because white people will spite themselves, will bite their nose off to spite us.
Yeah, because we talked about the gaslighting. Yes.
And we talked about the gaslighting. The white women gaslighting black women on TikTok or on social media, period.
That's a lot.
And they making money off of coming for us. They making the money, we not. They're profiting.
That's a whole nother episode. White women making money off of black people, period.
Come on now.
Anyway. All right, Anomalies. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. You can catch us on social media, Anomalous Black Women. You can catch us on your favorite podcast channel, Anomalous Black Women. You can go to our website, www.anomalousblackwomen.com. Thank you, Natasha Yvette. Thank you, Dr. Tanya Yvette. This episode was brought to you by Poets Bears, Biaisha Inc., and TJ Spratt Car Chronicles. And that's all, I guess. Yeah. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait.